What if I told you that one single belief is separating you from a six-figure net worth? Not your job, not your debt, not your luck, not your parents, not the economy. One belief. And here's the craziest part. You already know this belief. You've heard it 1,000 times. Your grandparents said it. Your teachers said it. Your coworkers swear by it. And it is quietly, systematically, absolutely destroying your ability to build wealth. Change this one belief and money starts flowing. Without working harder, without a side hustle, without grinding 80-hour weeks. I know that sounds like a scammy YouTube promise. Warren Buffett put it this way: if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Let me prove it to you with a true story. By the end of this video, you will either recognize yourself or recognize exactly why you've been stuck. Stay with me. A few years ago, researchers studied two plumbers in the Midwest. Same age, same training, same town, same hours worked per week. Plumber A, $48,000 per year. Plumber B, $112,000 per year. Same tools, same skills, same economy. One made more than double. The only difference? Plumber A charged by the hour. Plumber B charged by the job. Plumber A believed, my time is worth a fixed rate. Plumber B believed, my value is measured in outcomes. Same plumbing, different belief. $64,000 difference. Now ask yourself, where in your life are you charging by the hour when you should be charging by value? This is the $100,000 belief shift. And most people never make it, because they don't even know it's a choice. Let me name the poison directly. Hard work equals wealth. Sounds noble, right? Sounds fair. Sounds like something your parents taught you to make you feel safe. It's a lie. And not just a small lie. A dangerous, wealth-destroying lie that has kept generations broke, exhausted, and bitter. If hard work equaled wealth, every construction worker waking up at 5 a.m. would be a millionaire. Every nurse working double shifts would retire at 40. Every teacher staying late to grade papers would own a beach house. They don't. And it's not because they aren't working hard enough. It's because they are trading time for money. And time is the only resource you cannot make more of. You can always make more money. You can never make more time. Here's what most people never realize. The wealthy don't ask, how many hours did this take? They ask, how much value does this create? A surgeon works for 20 minutes and charges $5,000. Not because the work is harder than a plumber's 8-hour day, because the outcome is more valuable. Someone lives. A software developer writes a script once and sells it 1,000 times. Not because typing is hard, because the outcome saves companies thousands of hours. A consultant gives one piece of advice in an hour that changes a business forever. That hour looks easy, but the outcome is worth millions. Do you see the pattern? Here's what hurts to admit. You've been taught that suffering equals virtue, that exhaustion equals progress, that if you're not tired at the end of the day, you didn't earn your money. That's not work ethic. That's trauma bonding with poverty. The world does not pay you for your effort. The world pays you for your result. A farmer doesn't get paid for digging holes. He gets paid for the crop that grows. A writer doesn't get paid for typing. She gets paid for the book that sells. An electrician doesn't get paid for showing up. He gets paid for the light that turns on. Effort is invisible. Outcome is valuable. Robert Kiyosaki said, it's not how much money you make, but how much money you keep, how hard it works for you, and how many generations you keep it for. Most people chase a high income. The wealthy chase assets that work without them. That's not a threat. That's physics. If your income stops when you stop working, you don't have wealth. You have a job with extra steps. Until you stop asking, how many hours did this take? And start asking, how much value does this create? You will always be trading your life for money instead of trading your genius for wealth. And here's the beautiful part. You don't need to work harder. You don't need a new career. You don't need luck. You just need to redefine what you're selling. Sell solutions, not hours. Sell outcomes, not effort. Sell results, not presence. That's not a hustle. That's an upgrade. Your brain will scream, but that's not fair. I worked so hard. Fair doesn't matter. Results do. The market doesn't care about your back pain. The market doesn't care about your sleepless nights. The market cares about one thing. Did you solve the problem? When you accept that, really accept it, the guilt of charging more disappears. Because you're no longer charging for your time. You're charging for the value you create. And value has no ceiling. So how do you flip this belief? Today, not in theory. Shift 1. Stop advertising your hourly rate. Never give an hourly number first. Say this: I don't charge by the hour. I charge by the problem I solve. The first person to name a number loses. And if that number is per hour, you've already lost. Shift 2. Create one asset that works while you sleep. A digital product, a YouTube channel, a rental. One thing. Time has a hard ceiling of 24 hours. Assets have no ceiling. Shift 3. Fire one client or quit one task that undervalues you. This week. Wealthy people say no to bad money, so they have room for good money. Broke people say yes to everything and wonder why they're exhausted and poor. Most people will actually respect you more when you value yourself. Your cheap clients will leave. Good. Your cheap friends will get uncomfortable. Good. Your cheap boss will be annoyed. Good. The people who belong in your wealth journey will stay, and new people, better people, will appear. But you have to go first. Let me leave you with this. Plumber A and Plumber B had the same hands, same tools, same town. The only difference was a belief. One made $48,000, one made $112,000. That's a $64,000 difference from one belief shift. Apply that to the next 10 years, and we're talking $500,000, all from a decision you can make today. So here is your challenge. Open your notes app. Write down one answer to this question. Where am I currently trading time for money when I should be trading value for money? Be honest. Be specific. Name the client. Name the task. Then write down one action you will take this week to change it. And here's my ask. Because this channel doesn't run on magic. This channel survives only because of your like and subscribe. Not sponsors, not ads. Just people like you who want to think differently about money. So if this video gave you even one shift, hit like, hit subscribe right now, before the lizard talks you out of it, because the algorithm rewards action, and so does wealth. Post your one action in the comments this week. I read every single one. One belief, 1 week, one action. Your $100,000 shift starts today.